It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Here's Connor on the read option. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Murray now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
An option handoff given to Connor. Stays on his feet. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly. I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be out of bounds. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On second and goal, Murray, touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time. And you're going to look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz made the move from Philadelphia to Indianapolis back in mid-February. And although his last season as an Eagle, not one that he wants to remember, he's now reunited with his former offensive coordinator and current Colts head coach Frank Reich, and gets to play behind one of the best offensive lines in football. A great place to resurrect his career.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Into the red zone, Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we've got an injury, and that's to the wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton, who is yet to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Nelson. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Murray, open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Wentz. And this one complete to Doolin. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Nelson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. So thanks to the late touchdown, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall
touchdown. It's complete. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of the play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. This is caught by Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wentz now to throw. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in his game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Murray now on first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first and 10 is Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They're going to look to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Going with a fullback, Miller. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Bruce Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here comes Nelson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Murray now on first down. Oh, the slant complete to Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position. And obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
Prater's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 8 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with 1st and 10. Completes it to Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wentz. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be